You can watch this video without ads by going to my Patreon page. I also upload all my videos 36 hours early there. Patreon is great for creators like me because YouTube cuts ad revenue from small creators by claiming we are spreading misinformation when we debunk false claims. I'm not kidding, it's happened multiple times to me and lots of other people as well. It only costs $5 a month, and I upload around 25 or more videos a month, so you're getting access to tons of great content. Link is in the description. Let's get to the video.
So why does evolution have to be true for the Bible to suck, or rather the other way around? Why does the Bible have to be bad in order for evolution to be true?
Here's a much more interesting question. When did I ever say that?
It's all in one prompt.
When did I ever say that?
You have it right up there.
When did I ever say that?
It's literally in your prompt. It says
yeah,
the
so
Bible
the question is, when did I ever say that?
It looks like it's a part of the same sentence. Maybe I read it wrong.
This is not a sentence. This is a list.
Okay.
If I said the moon is round and trees are tall, does that mean that that's why trees are tall?
Well, you got to, dude. I would really maybe bullet point it a little bit more because it looks like a sentence.
That looks like a sentence? It's not even grammatical.
Doesn't look like a well thrown together sentence. Look, fine. You don't have that as your opinion. Okay, let's reroute all this and then let's just say, okay, so why do you think the Bible sucks?
Because it explicitly endorses and commands like slavery and genocide.
Oh, okay. So let's go into that. Let's
calls women second-class citizens, things like that.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of that. So,
no, buddy, over the last 2 weeks, because of the video I posted about that flat Earth girl reading the Bible, I can't even count the number of people that have told me, yeah, it was a genocide, but I don't care. So I can't tell you how many hundreds of those comments I've gotten over the last 2 weeks. I'm not interested in that one. Sorry.
You're not interested in debating whether the Bible actually sucks or not?
We can debate that, but with regard to, I don't know. What did you actually want to say?
What I actually wanted to say was that the Bible never prescribes any of the things that you're talking about. And there's otherwise, in fact,
it literally says stuff like, "I am the Lord your God, and you will, when I deliver the land unto you, go out and kill all the people, including livestock and such and such."
But it said that those people were warned several times to.
There you go. So there you go. You endorse genocide. There you go.
That's not genocide.
Yes, it is. Killing a group of people to ethnically cleanse an area so it can belong to this particular group is by definition what a genocide is.
It's not cleansing if those people are given an option.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Leave, or I will commit a genocide. Oh, they didn't leave, so it wasn't a genocide. This is room temperature IQ stuff.
Not really. I mean, I thought you knew how to think about your last video, but this doesn't prove it.
Yes, it does.
Not really.
A genocide means a genocide is when you deliberately ethnically cleanse an area. That's what happened. You're saying it doesn't count because they were told, "Hey, get out of here, you guys. I know you live here, but we don't appreciate your customs and your belief systems. I know we're the invaders, but get out of here already." And then they didn't, because would you leave an area if a bunch of ragtag whatevers from wherever land stormed in and said, "Our God says this is ours"? Would you do that? No. So there you go.
I think he froze. Stupid connection.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
it's a genocide by definition.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
I never froze, but
you froze on my side.
Well, okay, so what I said was, by definition, it's a genocide because these people came in and they said, "Hey, you guys who already live here, I know you got your own beliefs and customs and you live here and whatnot, but our special little man in the sky told us this is ours, and you're going to either abandon your ways and adopt ours, or we're going to kill every single one of you and just take it. And they didn't accept that ultimatum, and so they were ethnically cleansed. It's a genocide. It doesn't matter if they were given a warning or whatever. It's a genocide.
Let me ask you this question, and
No,
you go by your logic.
No, we're gonna.
No. Let's interrogate what you just said.
No, we're not going to do that. We're gonna get you to understand that that's what a genocide is. When you ethnically cleanse an area, that's a genocide.
It doesn't have to ethnically cleanse anything. God.
Yes, it does, because that's what it is.
The land was already claimed.
Yeah, the land. People lived there. Yeah. The whole, the Israelites, that, according to the Bible, wasn't a thing until post-Exodus.
Let's make something 100% clear from the beginning. So,
none of this ever happened. That's the first thing I would want to say. But if it did, these are the implications.
So, if we're going to go by the lore of what the Jewish and Christian Bible actually say, that all land is owned by Yahweh, correct?
It doesn't say that.
Who created the heavens, the sky, the moon, and the sun according to Jewish tradition?
Probably God.
Okay. Why is that not his property?
If do you own a house or a car?
I do.
What brand is your car?
Pontiac Bonneville.
Okay. Why did you say you own a car? Pontiac built it.
Because they exchanged it for money.
Yeah, but they built it. That means they own it. It's not your car.
Until they choose to give it to me for money.
So that's how it works? So because God didn't sell the cosmos, it belongs to
own it when they first built it?
So a transaction is the only thing that determines ownership of anything.
No. That's not even what I said. Hold on.
Yes, that is what you said.
Wait. Hold on. Are you saying when Pontiac built it, before it was sold to me, that
you said if somebody creates something, they own it? You didn't create that car, you don't own it. Except you do, apparently. So
I would never. The Canaanites never traded with God for anything. There was no transaction. What are you talking about?
No, you said if somebody creates something, they own it. Pontiac created the car, you don't own it.
With it. Okay, until they choose to part with it. That like what? Are you saying Pontiac didn't own the car before it was sold to me?
I'm saying that wasn't your argument. You said if it created it, then it owns it. But whatever, this is not even very interesting. So, yeah, so the Bible never says that God owns any of that stuff. You're just declaring it. It's not even an argument.
The Bible explicitly says that we don't even own the earth ourselves. We are caretakers of it.
Wow.
It's his planet. Yeah.
Fascinating.
As in, he claims ownership and we're just stewards.
Yeah. And so that gives God the right to say, hey, you special little guys that I plucked out of the desert, you go and commit a genocide.
More like, you special guys, I'm giving this land that was already mine, and to you, the other people need to leave.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds so great, doesn't it? What's stopping me from inventing my religion that says kill everybody that's like you and take all of your stuff?
Not really anything. I just don't.
Yeah, there you go. So, fortunately, people like me that, like you said, know how to think, aren't beholden to religious dogmatism that give us the license to commit any horrendous act we want, because it's in the name of the greatest possible good. So anyways, even if all of your arguments are true, it's still a genocide.
It still doesn't make sense.
I don't know what doesn't make sense to you. A genocide is when you deliberately expel a group of people from a plot of land. And that's what it is. And they did it by killing them.
No, genocide would require that you don't let there be a survivor. Okay,
No, incorrect. That's wrong.
expelling
Well, expelling would be ethnic cleansing. My bad. So yeah, genocide has to involve the deliberate killing. So there's a slight misstep on my part there.
Okay, fair enough. Look.
Yeah, and it was a genocide.
If let's say let's say that I own an apartment, okay, but for some reason and the tenant I am kicked out of that apartment. At some point, no matter if I don't obey, men with weapons, known as the police, will have to use armed force in order to remove me. Correct?
Probably.
Yes. Now, let's say that they are only willing to harm me as much as I'm willing to disobey.
No. The what you're leaving out is, why is this happening? And if they said it was on the grounds of like your ethnicity or like your religious background, then we have some sort of either ethnic cleansing or something along those lines taking place. You know, like exactly what the Nazis did. Isn't it funny how your God did what the Nazis did? Isn't that funny?
It's not even remotely close. The Nazis
no, it's
wanted
the
to
exact
make sure
same
that
thing.
The Nazis didn't want there to be any Jews left to go anywhere.
No, they were not bent on global occupation or domination or anything like that. They wanted them out of their area, just like your God wanted everybody that isn't an Israelite out of the land that he gave to them. He declared, this is ours, and we're going to expand into other people's lands, like when Mustache Man invaded Poland, and they tried to get rid of everybody that they didn't like for their ethno-state, just like your God set up an ethno-state for his people. It's the same thing. Bronze Age Hitler.
Your logic only really works if you don't believe that Yahweh exists, and that's fine if you don't believe that, but then you can't go...
No, it's not required. If I don't believe he exists, then none of this ever happened, and then, like, what?
Well, then it becomes irrelevant. Well, then everything you just said
it's
becomes
not irrelevant because, by definition, what is said to have happened would, by definition, be an ethnic cleansing and a genocide. That's what we're talking about. You don't even believe that even happened. Sorry, what?
So wait, but if you don't believe that it even happened, then why would it matter?
Why would it matter?
Yes.
Because people believe that it happened, and there are current people that are taking inspiration from that story to try to, well, they're not even trying to. They are committing a genocide currently in Gaza, for example. So fictional stories can be harmful. Do you really not think that fictional stories can be harmful?
I think they can be, depending on how seriously you take them and why.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Two things. Number one, I'm not interested in the whole Gaza-Israel debate. To me, that's just a foreign land and dispute that has nothing to do with any Americans, and I don't feel any way for either one of them. But also...
That's fine with me. I would slightly disagree, but whatever.
But also, if you were to go by the lore of the Bible, God owns the entire world.
Still a genocide.
Everything that is his.
Yeah, still a genocide.
Well, I'd say it's more like, hey, when I tell you to leave an area that you're no longer welcome, that I own.
Yeah, still a genocide. I own this piece of paper. If I burn it, will this piece of paper be burned?
Yeah.
Will it be destroyed?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So, still a genocide.
Okay, so is it a genocide when someone is forcibly removed from their apartment?
If, like, for example, what the Nazis did was they deliberately went in, what was that, Kristallnacht or something like that they call it, where they deliberately removed all of them. So again, you completely forgot to leave out, why is this happening? So it could be, it could be an ethnic cleansing, not necessarily a genocide. So all you people that belong to this ethnic group, get out. Yeah, that would be an ethnic cleansing.
You haven't described why, if they were asked to leave, why that would be a bad thing.
I never said it was a bad thing. I said it was a genocide.
Genocide, I know you imply that that's bad.
I think it's bad, but whether or not it's bad, it's still a genocide. Nowhere in the definition for genocide will you see that it says the wrongful blankety blank 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 blank. It says the deliberate blankety blank blank blank.
That's because it's already assumed that it was wrong.
I mean, most people agree that genocides are wrong, except for people like you. So,
Except I don't see it as a genocide.
well, it is. You know that it is because you agree with all of the. You'll agree with every part of it. Like if we describe it line by line, you'll be like, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. And then you'll say, yeah, but God owns the land. Still a genocide. Just like if I burn this paper, even though I own it, I'm still burning it. It's still destroyed. So
that doesn't make
genocide
sense.
Genocide is the deliberate killing of one group of people in order to eradicate them from an area.
Eradicate them from an area? You don't have to eradicate someone from an area for something to be a genocide.
Oh, yeah, you could eradicate all but one of them, and it would still be a genocide, yeah.
You have to want their existence to go away as a whole.
No. It's literally false.
Yeah.
Nope.
At that point, almost everything could be considered a genocide if you use any kind of force to remove someone.
No, because it has to be along the grounds of, like, ethnicity or racial purity or whatever. So, like, we've been over this a million times. So it's getting kind of old.
I don't think we're going to see past each other on that one, so fine.
Yes, and we can all see why this is. So, moving on. What do you want to talk about next? Okay. Oh, you want to talk about evolution? Because that you...
I believe in evolution.
Oh, okay. You brought it up earlier, so... Okay, that's fine.
I thought that it was in conflict with your belief in the Bible, but I didn't know that you saw them as separate.
I don't think they work very well together, but I used to be a Christian, but I always believed in evolution, so I didn't really...
So you don't believe... You can believe in both, is what you're saying.
I don't think it actually works very well, but a lot of people do. But
yeah,
not everybody's beliefs are consistent, so... Oh, shocker.
Yeah. Well, then I guess we don't really have a whole lot we can disagree on, because I don't agree with Flat Earth either.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. Because the one question you have to ask is, even if the Earth was flat, what's underneath it?
Well, they would say Sheol. No, they're all Bible thumpers.
I'm not too surprised about that, but I don't think that means that the Bible inherently makes you have to believe Flat Earth.
I don't have to, no.
Yeah. Anyway, see you around.
Okay.